straight, but have clinched a play-in barely, the 10 seed in the West. But Steph Curry expected back tonight against the Rockets after missing the previous 27 games with a right knee injury. Here is Curry speaking on the return.
Feels great. It's been a long process, longer than I thought, but I'm just happy to have a little clarity and a little window to get back out there and try to get to the level I was playing at and finish the year strong. So I'm excited. Every day I wake up, first thing you think about is how does it feel. So that unpredictability was definitely a struggle throughout the whole process, and even still now, because as good as I do feel now, I hope it stays that way. It's just a matter of, getting out there and seeing.
We're going to see tonight against the Rockets. Right now, you are seeing NBA reporter Tim McMahon on your screen. Tim, good morning. Howdy to you. What do you think the goal is with Steph returning to this lineup with 5 games left in the regular season?
Howdy, partners. The goal for the rest of the regular season is to chip off rust, try to establish some sort of a rhythm after sitting out basically a third of the season, obviously hoping that knee doesn't act up on him again, that he's not dealing with soreness, with inflammation. And then the goal for the Golden State Warriors is real simple: win 2 play-in games. The Warriors understand they're going to be in the 9-10 playoff or play-in game. This is not where they wanted to be, but this is the reality of the situation, and there's not an opportunity to move up. So they're going to have to win 2 play-in games to earn the right to play the top seed, very likely the defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, in the first round of the playoffs.
They have the Rockets, they have the Kings twice, the Lakers, and the Clippers. So not necessarily an easy last 5 games. Let's talk about the Lakers right now. Back-to-back massive blows to their roster. First Luka with the hamstring, now Austin Reaves with an oblique injury. How do you see the Lakers now, the 3rd seed in the West, getting through the regular season into the playoffs?
I mean, what a massive just blow to the Lakers after a spectacular March where, they go 15-2, and Luka Dončić is lighting the league on fire. They've got this clearly established pecking order. Everything's fallen in place with LeBron James and this less is more number 3 option. Well, breaking news, LeBron James is the Lakers' primary option again at the age of 41 and is likely going to have to be through the first round of playoffs. These are 4 to 6 week type of injuries. So, the Luka Dončić are very unlikely to be ready for the start of the first round, maybe not at all in the first round. And the Lakers are going to have to fight just to hold on to the 3 seed. The one glimmer of good news I can give the Lakers, they're playing the Mavericks this evening, and they finish the season with the Utah Jazz. So they do have a couple of layups on the rest of the schedule, but how exactly they put the pieces together to be able to win a first-round series is unclear and quite a challenge for J.J. Redick and company. 5
games left in the regular season. As it sits right now, the 3-seed Lakers would match up in the first round with the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's Tim McMahon joining us this morning on SportsCenter with the latest of the goings-on in the Western Conference. Tim, much appreciated.
We had a Wemby taking on the Joker last night.
Crazy.
This was a great game. Under 2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Nuggets, they're down 6. And Jokic is going to kick it out to Cam Johnson. He knocks down this 3 and fouled. 4-point play. Nuggets now down just 2. Minute to play. Jokic, how about that shot there? Misses. Here comes the Spurs. Wemby's going to push it to Devin Vassell. He finishing. Spurs are up 4. 8 seconds in regulation. Jokic double team. That leaves Aaron Gordon wide open. 13 assists by the Joker. We're tied up at 124. Wow. The next possession, Wemby, the inbound. Wemby can win it. Wemby driving, shooting, no good.
That's good defense.
We go to overtime. Over a minute to play in OT. The 3-time MVP went to work. Jokic scored 7 points. He was 3 of 4 in the overtime. Nuggets are up 4 at this point. Under a minute remaining in OT, you gotta go to Wemby. Is he the MVP? That bucket's good. He had 34 points, 18 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 blocks, third straight 30 and 15 game for him. Hey, look, the Nuggets turn it over. And the Spurs can't convert. Oh, Aaron Fox, no. And you know what? The Nuggets make them play. Jokic, 40 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, no turnovers. They win in overtime. They win their 8th straight, put it into the Spurs' 11-game win streak.
All right, BC, let's go to the East. Pistons Sixers. Detroit looking to clinch the 1 seed for the first time since the 06-07 season. Detroit still playing without Cade Cunningham. He'll be reevaluated this week, but in the meantime, between time, Jalen Duren. He's averaged 4 more points per game since Cade went out. He had 16 and 7 in this game. Second quarter, Paul Reed with the steal. Paul Reed, check this out. The nice little Euro lay there. Defense to offense, he had 10. Sharing was caring for Detroit. Like coaches like to say, the ball has energy. So when the ball moves around, good things happen. Good energy. Jenkins for 3. He had the Pistons, had 21 assists on 27 made field goals in the first half. Jenkins, he's been huge for Detroit. Ever since Cade went down, he went from averaging 7 to averaging 19. Then in the third, Tobias Harris, the former Sixer with the steal, gets it over to Thompson. He gets a wide open dunk. Still in the third, Tobias Harris, letting Philly know that he still got it, 3 ball. Pistons win 116-93. Throwing up the ones.
To the association, Scoop, after losing Luka Dončić to a hamstring injury, which will keep him out for well over a month, the Lakers learned yesterday they're cooked because they'll be without Austin Reaves for the remainder of the regular season with a left oblique injury. Our Shams Charania is reporting Reaves expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, meaning LA will be without Reaves and Luka when the playoffs begin in less than 2 weeks. Just a few days ago, the Lakers had a 30-1 odds to win the title. That's according to DraftKings Sportsbook. But that number shifted after the Luka injuries, dropping them to 100-1. Then came the news about Reeves' injury. The odds slid to 120-1. They're now 400-1, tied with the Warriors and the Raptors for 16th in the league. All right, the champ is here. Our NBA analyst, Iman Shumpert, is here with us on SportsCenter. By the way, happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, brother.
Good to see you here in studio. So, look, brutal news here for the Lakers. If you're playing on that Lakers squad and you're in your locker room and you get this latest news, you're thinking what?
Well, I'm thinking that this is the reason you have a LeBron James that can adjust and say, hey, man, I can play the third option if you need me to. But LeBron James is one of the most comfortable guys saying, hey, guys, I got you. You know what I mean? I've been on a team with LeBron James where we had our main guys out. And LeBron just hones in, brings everybody together in the locker room. We hang our hat on the defensive end. We make things easy. And then at the end of the game, you let him make decisions. And that's when he becomes really dangerous.
Okay. He's 41, though.
He is.
Does it become even more difficult?
It's definitely more difficult, but it's Easter Sunday. I'm sure he knows he has risen. He has risen up the ranks now. He is the number 1 option. You see what I'm saying? And anytime you have LeBron James as a number 1 option, you have to have somewhat of an ability to say, hey, I can relax. As long as this game stays close, I know that he knows other coaching staffs. He knows other schemes. He knows every player that's on the floor. If LeBron James decides that his locker room can be behind him, I think that they have the confidence to win at least a couple of games in this 2 weeks, man.
I like it. I like what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I'm going to resurrect
I know you're in church with a suit on, brother.
By the way, the Lakers 1-4 this season in games when they don't have Luka and Austin Reaves. So Steph Curry expected to return today against the Rockets. You look at the Warriors. Right now, in the play-in, they'd have to win 2 games if they wanted to get into the playoffs. The likelihood, though, that Golden State can make some noise in the postseason.
Well, anytime you have Steph Curry, you got a chance. Like I said, when you get into the playoffs, the only thing you need is certain components of a basketball club, right? You got to be able to defend. You're going to have to, in this new league, you got to be able to make threes. Luckily, you have guys on this team that can make threes. You can trust behind a Steph Curry. He's already given everybody the blueprint on how it should go. So I think that they become dangerous knowing that they're not having any pressure on them. They don't have to win. They don't have to make, there's not gonna be a disappointment if they can't make sure that they get to the next round. So they're really out here to ruin other people's dreams. He here to ruin hopes and dreams, man. I think that when Steph comes back, it's a danger for the rest of the guys because even if you felt like you were solidified, now you feel like, hey, this guy really can mix it up.
Yeah, Steph, by the way, has missed the last 27 games with that knee injury. You might remember Golden State last year got out of the play-in and won in the first round of the playoffs.
I'm telling you.
The Rockets. You
Don't doubt that light-skinned man.
Exactly, with the green eyes. All right, so let's circle back here. The Spurs-Nuggets, that game that we just showed here earlier. Great game between Wemby and Jokic. I thought it was interesting that Wemby said, quote, that everything that happened in that game was good for us. He's talking about his team. What was your biggest takeaway from that game?
I had two takeaways, honestly. The first takeaway was I did not know that Denver's guards could handle that defensive pressure from the Spurs. I think that the Spurs backcourt does a really good job of pressuring people, speeding people up, and they change pace up when they get on offense. So it doesn't get talked about much because we highlight Wemby so much, but the Spurs backcourt is actually really good, even though not experienced as everybody else. They are really good and they're a tough matchup to deal with for 48 minutes. I thought that Denver did a great job of handling their pressure, staying tough, and making sure to stay on the attack. Now, the second thing, I took away that Jokic and Wemby, that was a little personal. You know, Wemby had made those comments, and we all were sitting back saying, hey, man, is somebody in this league going to say something about the big, tall guy? I know he the alien. I get everything that's going on. But y'all a bunch of grown men, and y'all need to say something about it. And I think that Jokic made a statement game to say, hey, man, I understand you're doing great. We love that you're playing well. We love that you're one of the faces of the league. Did you forget who I am? Because here it goes, a nice walk-off bucket. Then it was a defensive stop. And then it was another little floater over him, but it was all to let him know, hey, young fella, make sure you get some wins under your belt before you start talking.
I like it. By the way, Joker, 40 points, no turnovers in that game. By the way, who's your MVP right now?
Oh, Lord, y'all keep doing this to me.
Come on. Is it Wemby? Is it SGA? Who is it?
Shea Butter, man.
You got
right now it's Shea Butter, man.
I love it.
Oh, man. I might be ashy. It's Shea Butter.
That's your mind jumper. Appreciate you, champ.
Of course, baby.